traders from across the globe, thank you so much for tuning in to my 2229th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni. This video will be for short-term trading for Wednesday night to Thursday and for longer-term view. So pay attention to what I'm going to show you. As we know, before we get started, very risky. This is a risky business, stocks, commodities, ETFs, options, you name it. If you do not understand the risks behind them, they're fantastically large. So please know that. Never trade without stops. And if you're going to trade, make sure the money in that account is earmarked to be lost in case something goes wrong. However, OMNI's been kicking the shit out of these markets in plain English, I have to tell you. So don't worry about that if you're following me. Traders, we've got some stuff on the board we have to get to. Before I get there, let me just remind you of a couple of quick things. Please subscribe to my videos so that you know each and every time I put one of these out. Share them on the internet. Let people know how great this work is that we put out. On Friday, around 4:15 p.m. Eastern, I will do a market ending recap, week ending recap. We'll go over a bunch of charts. This is live for Metastock. We'll go over a bunch of charts together about what happened this week and see what it means for next week. Then on Saturday, the very next day, so this Friday at 4 p.m., the very next day on Saturday at 4 p.m., I will be hosting another webinar for Metastock once again, where I will show you a great deal of more charts and what I think the future holds. So please know that. Sign up for the Metastock Friday and Saturday. It's free. I will put links under the video so you know where to click. And then, one last thing, people. OMNI Camp is coming. I have an OMNI Camp April 29th. It's a 4-day, 5-night, 4-day session. It starts April 29th on a Thursday. There are only 2 open seats. These seats go quickly. It happens here in my home office. This is very professional. If you want to learn the OMNI, Oscar's Market Navigational Indicator, if you want to learn that for yourselves, send me your OMNI Camp applications and I will call you and qualify you. Now, let's get moving. There's some crap on this board. I got to get it out of here. Are you ready? So, let's do the short term. OMNI has guided us. OMNI has guided us, I should say. OMNI guides us properly, but has guided us properly with a red arrow last week to a neutral arrow up to Wednesday, and then it turned green for Thursday. It's just been perfect, and it's been doing well for us. I've got some charts to show you, and it looks like we held some great levels in NASDAQ, S&P, and Russell, and up we should go for trading on Thursday. Join me at Live with Oscar, and I'll show you some of those trades. Now, before I get into what I'm about to show you, and this is really interesting, I think you'll like this, remember something. When you're going to trade, put a stop in first and then say this to yourselves over and over again because it's helped me for many years and many other Omniacs as well. Say this to yourselves over and over again, put the stop in and then go like this. But you might need a mirror in front of your face. Say this to yourselves. Ready? Stops are in, which means emotions are out. Now make sure you stick to that, traders, and let's get moving. So, where are we? I've got an appeal to the Fed and the Treasury Department. Please stop printing dollars. Please stop printing dollars. Please stop printing these fucking dollars, Fed. Let me show you why. Back in 2008 through 2010, maybe 2009-ish into 2010, in my videos, and ask any of my video fans, they're still with me since then and in my trading room, I was pleading with the Fed and with the Treasury Department, please print dollars. The system is broken. We need dollars printed. This is 2008-9. And people thought I was crazy, and I understand why. Back in 1971-72, there was the Bretton Woods Treaty. Remember, Nixon took us off the gold standard. And here's what happened. What we used to have is dollars here on a scale, gold here. If they printed a dollar, they mined or ored an ounce of gold or a dollar's worth of gold, put it in a vault, printed another dollar, they mined more gold. Kept the scales in balance. What happened with Bretton Woods after Nixon got us off the gold standard, and that was a great thing, they decided to take gold off the scale, move dollars over here, put bonds and credit and mortgages over here. Now, when we issue that credit, it is backed by dollars, and here's what we didn't do. Anybody who's ever been a trader since the 1970s through the 2008 era knew this: never print money. It's really bad. Does everyone remember that? Anybody who traded through the 80s, 90s, 2000s, do you remember never print money? That used to be correct. It created immediate inflation. Well, that changed. And we hadn't printed money since 71, 72, except for little interventions, and the system broke. And I was pleading in my videos, print money, and they did print money. And as soon as they started printing money, the system started to correct itself in March of 2009. That wasn't the only reason, but that was a major factor. Now, it's okay to have printed money ever since then, but no one knew how much money we would actually have to print before the system's back to equilibrium. Well, I'm here to tell you, Fed, Treasury, listen to me. I'm 39 years deep. You've printed enough. Stop printing the dollars. I will show this to you in charts in just a couple of moments. You have to listen to me. Stop printing these damn dollars. We have printed enough. Now, there's about 5 trillion more in the pipeline coming between the 1.9 trillion for COVID and the other money that they're speaking of. We have printed enough, kids, especially after that goes out. Stop effing printing. With no further ado, let me show you exactly why. Let's go look at some charts. Traders, E-mini S&P daily bar chart. Yes, the same chart I've been showing you in video after video. Remember the interesting junctures? Well, OMNI was brilliant enough to stop us from buying right on this day. It flipped to neutral, then it flipped to a short, and it kept us in the short position till here. Here it flipped to neutral, and here it went bullish. Just fantastic. The OMNI was all over this. We had a great trade today. Look at where we held. I showed this to you in last night's YouTube Live. We held that average. We held this trend line. Every time we get down there, we hold it. The average has only been broken through a little bit. Last time we were at the interesting juncture, the average was there. It held. We had the interesting juncture above. We broke to the average again and popped right out. So short-term trading, Wednesday night through Thursday. The Oscarism-style swing day worked. All of us on the X made money. Thank you very much. On Wednesday. And let's see what we get Thursday. Once again, short-term, Russell 2000 for trading on Wednesday night through Thursday. Russell, daily bar looks fantastic. Look where it held, just where it was supposed to. Last time I presented this chart, we had the great hold. Remember that? Everybody applauded it the next day. And then the interesting juncture, that worked just as well as it did the S&P. Well, look right here. Look at this great hold. It went right off that line again like it does every time. And boom, here we are now. Great hold. Why not buy the dips in the Russell or S&P for trading Wednesday night through Thursday? Then you've got short-term again, NASDAQ. The NASDAQ came down to a long-term trend line and bounced. Where else? At this average, just like it did here. Hit the trend line, the average, rallied out. Hit the trend line, went through it, took out stops, and rallied out as of Wednesday's close. So short-term, we're buying the dips. We have a bright green OMNI in all three of these, NASDAQ, E-mini, S&P, and Russell, so we will be buying at Live with Oscar. Now, let's get started. Please quit printing dollars, Treasury and Fed. Look at the beating the dollars had so far, and it is at a spot where now it can drop much further because it just had a relief rally. And this is a baby head and shoulders. And down we will continue because that's a continuation head and shoulders. Down we go. So dollars being printed, too many have been printed. This was all great now. It's starting to show up in the system that too much has been printed. Please heed my word, Fed, I am telling you. Look at this. Crude oil, because we're printing dollars to the moon, Alice. This affects every single company. This affects everybody on this planet, in this country. Big slap in the wallet when crude goes higher for all of us, right? Every product needs to be moved. You buy it on the internet. It needs crude to move it, gasoline, you name it. Energy we need that, and it's a big piece of our inflation, right? Look at crude because of dollar printing. Look at home heating oil prices. Look at Dr. Copper. It's regaining its title. You know there's copper in everything from the cell phones you're on right now to the car you're in, building. It's in everything. I am telling you, it's insane to have this rally like this and keep printing dollars. This is no good. Look at lumber. You know, everybody's running out to buy houses with these low interest rates, but the price of houses will keep soaring with the price of raw materials like copper and lumber skyrocketing. Stop printing dollars. Look at soy meal. You might think soy meal is nothing. You know what it's used for? It is in plastics, it's in cars, it's in tires, it's in all kinds of things. So another industrial use. Look at the amazing runs on these industrial use markets. Look at corn. We use corn everywhere. It's feed for the animals we eat. It's food for us. Corn everywhere. Look at that. It takes a lot, by the way, a lot of crude and energy to move the heavy corn around. Whether it goes by train or you name it, it takes energy. Coffee. Look at that. That's starting to go. Look at the big run it's starting to put in. Sugar. Look at this. There's sugar. Who doesn't use sugar? These are things that are going to create inflation. Look at the price of cotton. Look at the labels on your body right now, people. How much cotton are you wearing at the moment? This is in everything, and it is skyrocketing. Stop printing dollars. Look at lean hogs. It's gone through the roof. I am telling you, Fed, we've printed enough. Or our Treasury, stop printing dollars. All of this happening while T-bonds are dropping. That means interest rates are going higher. Remember this chart? I showed you that the whole time we had this big massive market rally and real estate's rallying and everything's great, cheap money, because as bonds go up in price, the bond market, interest rates go down. Well, for over a year now, we're in a bear market in bonds, which is a bull market in interest rates. The money printing has started to affect everything. Do not print any more of these. Stop printing these fucking dollars before you make everything go bad on us. I will see you all at livewithoscar.com.